All I needed was 10K months to walk away from my W-2. And in order to do that, I looked into other opportunities. But what I ended up doing was paying a massive ignorance debt. I said yes to real estate, flipping houses / Airbnb. I said yes to car rentals. I said yes to working as a nurse. I said yes to HVAC. I said yes to systems consulting and strategic advisory for businesses. And each of those yeses seemed like progress, like I was moving in the right direction and it was going to get me closer to my goal, until all of those businesses and all of those endeavors had issues on the same day. And what that looked like was maybe a car needed to be serviced, maybe my Airbnb needed to be cleaned out, maybe a house needed to be shown by a real estate agent. I still needed to work out. I still needed to go to the park and keep that promise to myself. So all of these things happening at once, actually all of them couldn't happen, so things had to be shaved off. And for the longest time I had shaved off exercising and doing things like that. But now I'm at a point to where I don't want to do that. I need to reprioritize some things and get my multiple streams of incomes in check, because the truth is, at my highest self, I don't even believe in multiple incomes. Like I said, I was saying yes, and it kind of snowballed. So the idea of being pulled in too many different directions really didn't sit well with me at all. So let's just take a deeper dive on each of them really quickly. So nursing, I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner. I haven't practiced since 2019, but there are now opportunities in the area for me to work as a pediatric nurse practitioner again. So it's time to move back up to the top of my license. And I'm excited about that. I'm actually excited about that. Number 2, the car rentals. I went in as a strategic advisor to help put in some systems, scale the company to over $100,000 with a projection of multiple 6 figures this year. I do feel like that will happen. I'm excited about it. The owner is happy with where his business is right now. And so it's time for me to step out of the day-to-day, which was more of kind of scope creep than anything, because, it's best for me to stay in the strategic advisory role. So with real estate, I flipped some houses and the houses are on the market. The market is soft, so the houses are not moving. So I get to pay the mortgage on those houses every month. Yay for me. And then also in real estate, I have an Airbnb, 5-star Airbnb. Customer service is amazing. Very proud of all of that. But there has to be some recalibration that happens somewhere. Like, I'm not saying that these endeavors don't make money. I'm just saying that multiple incomes takes up your time, and it's not really how I want to operate. Then I have an HVAC endeavor. The reason that I'm still in that, I lost money on it last year, and I just want to recoup some of my funds. But I would love to hand it over to somebody else, so we'll see how that works as well. And then there's a business program that I'm in my local community, and I'm building a conceptual business. And look, I'm already thinking about changing. We're like a few weeks in, and I'm already thinking about changing what I want to focus on in that, in light of the big shift with the income streams. So I started with wanting to make like the 10K, and then when I wanted to make content around it, I started seeing the words like income streams, so I kind of latched on to those for content. But it's not really true to who I want to be, like having a bunch of things, because as humans and in the lifespan, we're only going to be able to do a few things really well, like master, become a leader in, and an expert in. Only a few things. 5, 6, 7 things. That's just too many. That's just too many. So I'm in the process of pulling back. If this is you, if you have thoughts on multiple streams of income, if you're thinking, well, the reason you do multiple streams of income, so that if one thing slows down, you have something else to fall on. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2, but not 5 or 6. So think about that. But if your portfolio is overcrowded like mine is, stay tuned as I make some decisions and get out of the habit of this multiple incomes thing that I recently picked up. I'm gonna give that back. I'm gonna give that back to you too. I don't want it anymore. And we're gonna take it from there. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.